Hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to the final video of 2021. Yes, this is my final video of 2021. And hopefully tomorrow I will get, if I'm not too hangover or anything, I will probably get the first video out for January, well, out for 2022, next tomorrow. But this is the last day of 2021, so I want to talk about my hopes and what I hope that us Doctor Who fans will get in 2022. So 2021 has been quite a good year for us Doctor Who fans. I mean, we got quite a few steelbooks. I mean, we had the 50th anniversary steelbook, we had Series 8 steelbook, we had the Web of Fear steelbook, the Eve of the Dalek steelbook, and of course, Galaxy 4 steelbook. We had some good B&M sets as well, and we had the exclusive character online exclusive of the second Doctor and TARDIS on the Abominable Snowman. Plus, we had Doctor Who Flux on the telly as well. So, plus quite a few other merchandises from Big Finish, comic books, CD, and other stuff like merchandise. Even though if you're somebody like me who's gone back and started collecting the VHSs again, and then yeah, hopefully, how can I say this? Hopefully that in 2022 I kind of complete my VHSs collection off as well. Fingers crossed, eh? So, 2022, what are my hopes for 2022? So, I'm kind of hoping that we end up getting quite a few more stories animated. So, this year we've kind of had three. We had the Web of Fear episode 3 animated. We had Eve of the Daleks released on the animation. And Galaxy 4 on the animation, which nobody, not even I did, expect Galaxy 4 until it was announced back in September. So, and I'm talking about animations. I'm hoping we got two full stories of animations and one story of animated Web of Fear to exist. So, talking about the animations first, I'm hoping, touch wood, because we know the Abominable Snowman's coming out next year. So that's the first release for the animations. If they're going to try and do 3 animations a year, I kind of hope that the next one is probably The Wheel in Space to complete Season 5. Because Season 5 is nearly complete. Now, with the Abominable Snowman coming out in the animation, I'm kind of hoping that we just get the Wheel in Space to be animated, and then Season 5 is complete. So that's one of my hopes, that we finally get Season 5 complete for the animations. Now, I want another William Hartnell story to be animated, and of the most missing stories, I don't really think it'd be the Daleks' Master Plan. But I will probably be happy if they actually animated The Crusade, because that's only got 2 missing stories. Episode 2 and I think Episode 4 are missing, but 1 and 3 exist. Or is it 1 and 4 and 2 and 3 that's missing? I don't know. So I'm really hoping we kind of get The Crusade animated, because The Crusade is the last story of Season 2 that is partly missing. Get that animated, then Season 2 is complete, and then all you've got to do is upscale it for Blu-ray, for Planet of the Giants, Dalek Vision of Earth, The Rescuing the Romans, The Time Middler, the Space Museum, and the Chase, including the Web Planet. Scale them up to HD and 5.1 surround sound, and then you've got a first 1960s box set for William Hartnell's Doctor. You know what I'm trying to say here? Get The Crusade animated. Have that be next year's second release for William Hartnell's story to be animated. And then for the third animation, I really would actually know what I'm saying, because the Abominable Snowman's already been confirmed. So yeah, hopefully we get the Crusaders and of course the Wheel in Space animated, so we can actually complete next year's Season 5 on our DVD shelves, and then a year later get Doctor Who the Collection range, Season 5 and 2, and then you could just slot them in, and then you could just take those out and then put the DVDs somewhere else. So that's kind of one big hope that we get. It's like 3 animation stories. We know we've got the Abominable Snowman coming out, so hopefully we get the Crusade and of course the Wheel in Space animated, so we can actually have 2 60 seasons complete on the shelf, which will probably, as I would like to say, complete Season 2 and Season 5. Now, talking about B&M merchandise, I hope they do continue on with the Dalek sets, history of the Dalek sets, because so far we've managed to get up to Planet of the Daleks. So next year, I'm kind of hoping that we have like 2 waves of B&M, like we have done for this year. So in wave 1 for the history of the Daleks, I would actually like to see Death of the Daleks and Genesis of the Daleks set. And then, of course, for the second wave, I would actually like to see Destiny of the Daleks and Resurrection of the Daleks. So we're nearly there for the Doctor Who Dalek stories. Then you've got Revolution, Remembrance, and then go straight into New Who for the Dalek sets. So kind of hoping that we do get them. I would also like to see some more classic figures released. Now, this year we got some new sculpt figures for the Keys of Manas, the Sensorites, Earthshock, the Five Doctors. And we had some new paint apps, and of course we managed to get our 60 companion for the very first time. So we managed to get in 2021 Ian Chesterton, our first and only 1960s companion to the Doctor. So next year I'm kind of hoping we will see some more companions to the Doctor. So hopefully if they want to do a Troughton box set, say Tomb of the Seven, so they can just release Jamie McCrimmon, Cyberman, and the Cyber Controller. That would be a nice, interesting 3-pack. And then, of course, for Hartnell, let's say the Dalek invasion of Earth with a Roboman, and of course with Barbara and Susan. So that way you got Hartnell companions with Ian, Barbara, and Susan for the 60s, well, for out of the first 2 seasons. So I would actually like to see some more 60s companions. I was a bit disappointed in the Earthshock set that we not only did we got 2 new android sculpts, which was okay, but I am a bit disappointed with the Peter Davison re-release. Really, all they've done is just like painted it like a few mud splats and everything to try and make it look like he's been crawling around in the dirt in the caves. But I really think I would have liked it a lot more if they could add an Adric figure, made an Adric figure possible. Or I think the only way they can actually do that is make a new head, but use Laszlo's body for the series out of the series 3 figure range for David Tennant's Doctor. But I really think they could actually made an Adric figure. I was a bit disappointed with that one, but I can't really moan. At least we got 2 new scopes of 2 cyber androids. Also, I would like to see some more villains come out, because in this year we had the Keys of Manas with 2 villains, the Sensorites, with the Sensorites being the main villains, and the Earthshot set, and of course the the 5 Doctors set with the Roston robot and the Cyber Leaders. Well, you can actually get 2 if you wanted to, and buy a Cyber Leader and a Cyber Unit, but knowing me, I'd probably buy like 1 pack for the Cyber Leader, and then I'd probably buy 5 more packs during the next couple of months, so I can actually build up my 1987. I love the 1987. I've only got 1 1987, and it's from Enterprises little range. So can't wait to actually build up on the 87. But talking about next year's figure range, I'd like to see some more companions. Now, talking about the Doctors and TARDISes, this year we've only had 2. We had a Characters Online exclusive, which was the Abominable Summer set, and of course we had the Unearthly Child set. So, talking about TARDIS sets, I actually would like to see some modern ones come across. I would actually like to see a Heckelson one, to be honest with you. So they can actually pick up a Heckelson one, or make a John Hurt one, or how about a 1996 one with Doctor Who the movie with Paul McGann and the TARDIS. It's like the same with Jodie Whittaker. All they got to do is just repaint it, and so all they got to do is just reuse the Jodie Whittaker box and put an old lamp on it, and then you can just say it's from the movie, I have to say. And then, of course, now leaving the B&M sets, there's one more thing I'd like to talk about is the collection range. Now, I'm hoping that we carry on with having 3 sets next year. So, talking about the 3 sets I really, really want for 2022. Now, the first one, I probably would like to see Season 22. Yeah, Season 22 in 2022. Make it possible. Because it is Colin Baker's season. Now, it's been 2019, well, coming up to 3 years since we had a last Colin Baker release. Because the first Colin Baker release was actually Trial of the Time Lords, Season 23. So I would actually like to see Season 22 get released, and I hope it'll be like in the March time slot. Because we just had Doctor of the Collection Season 17, and I know this year we had the 3rd, 4th, and of course 7th Doctor. So next year I kind of would like to see the 6th Doctor get a release. I would like to see Tom Baker get another release. So like say around about seasons. But I would actually love to see Season 13 get a release next year. I'm actually hoping. And then of course for next year I would actually like to see Season 9 for John Pertwee. Season 9 or Season 11. Season 11 I really would like to put my money on saying they probably will wait for that one. But probably season 9, I would have to say, because I have been looking stuff up on what's been said from the makers of the Doctor Who Collection ranges. And I started working on season 9 a couple of months ago. So, season 9, possibility. So, probably I would like to see a Colin Baker, Tom Baker, and of course a John Pertwee box set for next year. But if I could actually swap the John Pertwee for Peter Davison, because we haven't had the Peter Davison since 2018, I would actually probably be happy with season 20 or 21. But I think with Mark Stretson living in living in New Zealand, that would be a bit of a problem. But for season 17, you don't really have the main cast in Doctor Who behind the sofa, really, because you have Colin Baker, who, this isn't even his season, it's a Tom Baker season. The only people we've got is the producer, the one that does the costume, and Matt somebody who did actually work on the season and behind the sofa. So it is possible we could actually have a Peter Davison with Peter Davison, Janet Fielding, Sarah Sutton, Matthew Waterhouse, and then some other casts. I mean, I absolutely love the lineup for Doctor Who The Collection Season 17 behind the sofa, because not only do we just have Colin Baker and Matthew Waterhouse sitting next to each other, we also have Katie Manning and, of course, Nicola Bryant, who plays Jo Grant in the 3rd Doctor era, and, of course, Perry from the 5th and 6th Doctor's era. So they can actually do, like, mix smashes. I mean, for this season, we don't really have a behind the sofa for Tom Baker. We don't have one. We don't have Liana Ward, or we don't have John Leeson, who does the voice of K9. That's the one thing about it, though, for season 17, because I like the kind of mixed up, because we had Tom Baker for season 12, 14, and 18, so they're kind of like doing mishmashes, watching other, like have them watch other Doctor seasons. I would actually like to see Tom Baker sit down and watch a Colin Baker season, or a Peter Davison season, or something like that. So yeah, that is my hopes for 2022. What do you hope for releases? What do you hope for in the collection range? What do you hope for the animations? And what do you really hope for the B&M sets? Let me know. Please do like, subscribe, and share. And a happy new year to you all. Have a great 2022. And let's hope 2022 is going to be a magnificent Doctor Who year for us all. Have a good day.